I'm just gonna get right into it. We're talking Wonder Woman. This review's coming up a little late. It is Saturday. Just saw the movie tonight. This was perfect. This is probably going to be the shortest review I've done because I have no criticisms about this film. I have no criticisms about this film. Is this film perfect? Of course not. But this film is exactly what it needed to be to make audiences happy, to make critics happy, and most of all, it felt fresh and fun. So, the things I liked were that this took place in the timeline that didn't have to coincide with everything we've seen in the previous films. It allowed this movie to grow on its own and develop its own characters and not have to rely on building a bigger world, which is really what benefited from this movie. And I have said some stuff about Gal Gadot as an actress before. I think she was really good in Batman v Superman. She's not the best actress. She shines so bright in this movie. This is why Wonder Woman needs to be the front and center character in her own movie and in Batman v Superman. She's perfect. Her performance of Diana going from a young kid and growing up and learning everything about herself is so great, and she was able to make the innocence and naivety of just being this young woman trying to figure out the world of man and humanity work. And in no way does this movie preach about being a woman and strong and how we have to be fierce and all that. Does it? Of course it does. But not in a big way where it just tells you, like, this is how you have to think, women are better than men. It never does that to you. It preaches to you about respect for both genders and respect for everyone and how love and triumph and war and all these things hurt you no matter what the outcome is and different circumstances such like that. This movie just felt like it was a love letter to everything about peace and war and trying to tell you how to come to terms of everything happening between those two things going on at once and how to handle it in a mature and respectful manner. Does it do some stuff to make women look brash and stronger than men? Sure. But that has a lot to do with Gal Gadot's performance and just the character of Wonder Woman in general being this big form of truth and peace. And I just really think that was portrayed super well in this movie, is seeing these great big themes explored in this beautiful way. The war setting was really well done. Incredible war stuff. The scene when she's in no man's land, I teared up. I cried in this movie. I will admit I cried to certain things that happened in this movie because I felt so impacted by everything going on screen. And that has to do a lot with Steve Trevor, played by Chris Pine. This could have gone two ways for me. This could have gone terrible, like, look how dumb klutz this guy is. Or they could treat him with respect and make him equal to Diana. And they did. Steve Trevor and Diana, they have a great repertoire. Their chemistry was incredible. Their back and forth made sense. And I believe that he was her equal in every manner. They never made Steve Trevor look out to be stupid. They never made him to be kind of this dumb guy. They gave him respect, and he respected Diana, and Diana respected him. And they needed each other in order to have this special bond that they did throughout the movie. Chris Pine, Gal Gadot, perfect casting, perfect chemistry. The action was beautifully shot. I have to give a huge thanks to Patty Jenkins for just everything she did in this movie. Whoever the editor and cinematographer were, I don't know your names, but you guys deserve this too because it's incredible. It looks so good. It is so beautiful. This movie was so beautiful and it just looked stunning to watch. And the directing, I know I just mentioned Patty Jenkins, but the directing was unbelievable. There were so many great shots and angles in this movie that I just felt so impressed by, that were so unique and different and I wasn't expecting, and I really did appreciate that. When I saw this movie, and this is something I wanted to bring up, when I saw this movie, there was a lot of young girls in the audience, and that made me smile because we look at things like Guardians, Doctor Strange, Suicide Squad even. These are things that comic book characters know. But there's not a lot of attachment there for a young female to look up and say, this is somebody I care about. I feel like I want to be like this person. I aspire to be like them. When I saw these young girls in this theater, I said, this is going to be the movie that changes the game for what it means to be a female superhero and just a hero in general, because these women are going to aspire to be like Wonder Woman. And I think that's a great message. It was beautiful. And it got me teary-eyed again because it's something we haven't seen before, and I'm assuming that if you are a woman, this movie is going to affect you differently than it did if you were a man. And as somebody who has such a warm place in my heart for Wonder Woman and the character and everything she represents and everything this movie represented for the comic book medium, for the TV and film medium going forward, it mattered, and everything was done so beautifully. The acting, the writing, the directing, the editing, the cinematography, the lighting, the story, all the characters were so great and so real. Everything made sense. I loved everything going on. This was a damn near perfect movie that got me so invested in everything going forward, and I just think Wonder Woman was the perfect way to bring everything back together and just make all these people in the world connect for one beautiful movie about hope and justice and finding a way to make us care about a DC movie that I never thought we could. I loved everything about this movie. I love Gal Gadot even more because of it. And does it get me more excited for Justice League? It does, because if this is the direction the DCEU is going, they can't mess up. Wonder Woman, you are going to get a 98%. And my God, thank you so much for this movie, everybody involved. It is just incredible. I will catch you in the next video. Good luck.